BeamNG was first released 10 years ago today. We're going to be trying the very first publicly released version to see what it had to offer. Welcome to BeamNG 0.3.0, the first publicly released version, released on the 3rd of August 2013. And now, exactly 10 years later, we're going to be discovering what's in store in this version. So this was originally released on a website called FastSpring for $15. Now, BeamNG now is like double the price, so people buying this game back then would have got a pretty good deal considering all the updates and support we've had over the years. This version has 5 customizable vehicles and 6 maps. We're going to be checking them all out. Now look at this main menu. It's pretty cool. It's like a world, isn't it? It's pretty cool. I wish we had this menu in the modern BeamNG. But anyway, let's click play and see what happens. Well, we've got several different maps, and you know what? Let's try Cliff to start with. Whoa, and we're straight in. Oh my goodness, you get absolutely no chance to do anything. Whoa, look at all these vehicles. That is really cool. Whoa, there's a covet coming down the hill. The other covet is clearly in this, and so is the D series. Whoa! It's kind of weird how the game spawns all the cards in for you. But you do get to see the amazing destruction this has. Like in 2013, this was mind-blowing. The only thing we ever had before this was Rigs of Rods, and a lot of the developers from Rigs of Rods actually went over to this game, this project, and helped develop it. Whoa, oh my goodness. There's really not much to say about Cliff. I mean, it's a pretty cool map, but there's not much you can really do to save the cards from falling. But look at it. It does look pretty good still after all these years. Whoa, here they come. Whoa, and you fall out the map into like the ether. But yeah, when you reset the car, there's not really much you can do to save the car. You cannot stop it from being crushed and crumpled by the cliff. Oh, listen to that sound. So this map is called Dry Rock Island. It's basically the predecessor to Jungle Rock Island, and you probably won't have seen this map because it hasn't been in the game for many, many years, but it's really, really cool. Look at this cool spawn area. So let's have a quick look at the D series. Now, what does the D series look like from 2013? Not too bad. The car has been remastered, I think maybe once or twice since then. You can turn the lights on, the dashboard does light up. So first things first, the steering wheel and my Xbox One controller do not work, which is why I haven't got the webcam on, which shows me with my steering wheel. But this is a very old game now. It's no wonder these things don't work. And the very original version, 0.3, which I'm using the very first day of release, it doesn't have, well, it has a lot of bugs, and they did eventually patch all of these problems out. I mean, this island is pretty cool. Look, there's all these sorts of roads going everywhere. It's pretty expansive too. It's like slightly bigger than Small Island USA, and maybe a little bit smaller than Jungle Rock. Whoa, I don't know why we've got tarmac noises on dirt, but yeah, the noises really aren't very good. Listen to this engine. No, it's just not nice. That sound effect was actually from Rigs of Rods, and I can remember it way back then, and I'm so glad they did the audio update. I mean, when was that? Actually, not that long ago, really. For many years, we had this horrible V8 engine noise. Okay, let's do a crash test into the rock. So this version does have slow motion. There you go. You can speed it up and slow it down like that. And yeah, I mean, the physics are really still quite good in this one. They were like good from the start, and it was a very solid foundation for soft body physics. Now you can customize the car with different parts, but you cannot change the color of the vehicle. So let's go to Control E. Let's have a look at some of the different versions. We've got an off-road version of the D series, so there are different variants of the vehicles. The car handling is really quite poor. Oh my goodness, there's absolutely no sensation of control. The car just sort of wobbles about all the time, even at slow speeds. Well, I think we've damaged the car. Let's go off the cliff. No. Oh, yeah. Off the cliff, and yeah, the wheels are definitely screwed up. So one problem with this version of BeamNG is that you cannot retrace your steps by pressing the insert key and like reset where you've just driven. In fact, you have to go straight back to the home every time you want to reset your vehicle. Another more major thing is if you want to teleport your car with F7 and the free cam when it happens, well, the car kind of glitches into the ground. You can still sort of drive, but it goes really weird. What is this? Yeah, it's not great. Pretty glitchy. Obviously this was fixed, but yeah, not good. But yeah, look at this map. It's really nice. There's like a residential area over here. There's some industrial stuff. It's really nice. If you want to play this map, I mean, you can get this 0.3 alpha on the internet. It's pretty dodgy, some of the websites, so be very careful if you're going to download this. But Later on in the video, I will show you a way that you can play this map and all the others from the 0.3 alpha in modern BeamNG, so stay tuned for that. Welcome to Derby Arenas. You may recognize this map. It was around for quite a while. I mean, look at this massive death pit in the middle. What on earth is down here? Whoa, yeah. You can have some fun in here, definitely. There's even like a... Can you get through here? I don't know what that is. But I've actually spawned a couple of vehicles in. You can spawn multiple vehicles in. It's very difficult, and you have to do it in the world editor. Here we go, look, the Gavril H series, one of the vehicles included in the very earliest version of BeamNG. Let's go and crash it into the D series and see what the deformation is like when you hit two cars together. Okay, here we go. Get ready to go into slow motion. There we go. We're zooming in now. I'll go a bit faster than that. And boom. What's it like? Yeah, it's really not that bad. I'd actually say the vehicles are a bit more rigid in this version of BeamNG than they are in the more modern versions of BeamNG, which is okay. Maybe it's more realistic. I'm not entirely sure, but it probably depends on the vehicle. These are quite chunky Gavrils, aren't they? Now, a couple of big, like, omissions. First of all, you can't change the color of the vehicle. You can only change the parts. There's no AI support, and there's not actually any UI at all. I mean, look at the screen right now. All the UI on the screen at the moment is the BeamNG logo at the bottom left. Next, we move on to Grid Map, a really, really infamous BeamNG map. So if you didn't buy the alpha and just downloaded the tech demo back in 2013, this is what you would have got: Grid Map and the D series. So let's have a quick jaunt around this area. I mean, Grid Map remained like this for many, many years. I think until about 2021 when they finally updated it. But to be honest, this is a great area, and still is, to test the vehicles in BeamNG. Let's go up one of these half pipes here. No doubt you've seen videos of big YouTubers like Jacksepticeye, maybe PewDiePie, I can't really remember if he did it. All these people playing BeamNG, giving it the exposure it really needed in the early days. Oh my goodness. And this is pretty much what they would have done. Whoa, listen to those wheels. Okay, so when the wheels are going fast, there's like a rush of air noise. That's kind of weird. There's also this bit over here, which is like a slightly lush area with a few rocks. You can drive through it. Yeah, the suspension model is pretty good. I think the suspension and all the driving physics feels very different to modern BeamNG. Look at how the tyre is now deformed at the back there. But you've seen this map so many times. Let's just do a big jump. Whoa! And then move on to something you might not have seen. Whoa! Welcome to, believe it or not, Small Island, USA. Look at it. It's beautiful in like a permanent autumnal setting. It's great. And did you know that Civetta Bolide was in this version of BeamNG? Can we zoom in a bit? There you go. Look at it. Looks pretty good. Now, when you turn the lights on, there are no pop-up headlights. They're just these little tiny lights at the bottom there. But also the interior is all modeled and nice. It looks pretty good. Now, we don't have a moving shifter, of course. But as we drive this thing around, you'll see what I mean about the driving physics. Now, using the keyboard and mouse, not easy. I haven't used a keyboard and mouse in this game for many, many years, but it is so drifty and slippy. You have to give full throttle all the time on the keyboard. Whoa! And yeah, but it's not too difficult to keep in check, to keep in line, but the brakes, whoa, the smoke is coming through the cabin. That's funny. I love the look of this map. It really does look nice. I love autumn or fall maps. I wish we had a map like this in vanilla BeamNG still. I don't know why they chose blue as like the default color for this vehicle. It's not really that flattering for the car, but yeah, there's only one variant of the Civetta Bolide, and you also can't change the color, so you're kind of stuck with it. Whoa, let's do a crash test. Here we go. Are we going to go into a tree? Oh, just sideswiped a tree, and she's kind of okay. Yeah, really rigid model on the old Bolide here. Welcome to the industrial site. Again, this is quite a famous BeamNG map. It lasted for a very long time. I think there are 4 racetracks on here and then a massive port area. So let's have a quick look around. Now, the Gavril Grand Marshal was part of 0.3 BeamNG. It's quite nice in here. We've got the wood and all that. It's not too bad. Really, this vehicle was probably one of the higher quality ones in this original version of BeamNG. Now, there are 3 variants of this, in fact. There's a sort of police one. We're in the sport one right now. There's a sort of police one. It doesn't have any lights on top, which is kind of annoying. But let's go back to the sport one. Okay, so driving the Grand Marshal in 0.3 around these racetracks. How does it feel? Well, it's pretty drifty, like it is in the later versions of BeamNG. I guess this is a Ford Crown Victoria after all, a rear-wheel drive heavy saloon. Oh, the wheel's broken. Yeah, the wheels do break pretty easily in this version of BeamNG. It is nice, though, that there are a selection of racetracks on this map. There's not just one. Whoa! And because you can't really teleport around, you might miss some of these racetracks. But if you do decide to download it, stick it out, have a look at this, it's like a rallycross track. with multiple surfaces. The dirt isn't really very well simulated. It doesn't feel any different to the tarmac. It also doesn't sound any different to the tarmac. But whoa, sometimes, yeah. Sometimes I lose steering in this version of BeamNG, so it's a pretty glitchy early release. But, you know, what do we expect? It's a brand new game. And, whoa, very, very experimental. Let's try out the Ibishu Covet. This was also included in the 0.3 version. Now, this is a front-wheel drive car, so does it feel any different? Whoa, it's even front-wheel drive in this version. Let's check it out. Right, so revving it up and then go. Yes, it actually is front-wheel drive, so they did model that, which is good. I mean, it feels pretty... Well, the suspension's very firm. How does it crash? Let's see. Here we go. Whoa. Oh, not bad. Oh, and a really delayed crash sound effect. Yeah, the port area is really, really good fun. It's pretty similar to the ones we have now. Like, the ports haven't really changed that much in BeamNG, but we can do handbrakes. Is there even a handbrake? I don't know if there is a handbrake. Oh, parking brake is a toggle, and it's P, not spacebar. Okay, let's do it. Here we go. Oh, kind of works. Yeah, we're in manual mode. It's pretty difficult. So while we're at the docks, let's have a look at the other versions of the Ibishu Covet. So we've got the front-wheel drive. We've got the rally. What's that going to be like? Whoa, we spawned... Whoa, look at these wheels. There's no livery on it, which is kind of strange. And we've also got the sport. What's that going to be like? Oh, we're in the sea. Yeah, the sport doesn't look that different either. And now, thanks to BeamNG, we're just permanently falling in the water. Oh, dear. Okay, let's quickly try the rally version. Well, it's pretty fast. A lot faster than the other one. Oh, my goodness. How does she handbrake? Let's have a look. Handbrake, go! Yeah, really good handbrake. Oh, the wheel's fallen off. Oh, no, and into the water. I mean, all these years later, it is quite hard to convey what BeamNG really meant back in 2013. It was a really amazing glimpse into the future of what driving games would be like. Of course, not many games have really adopted this form of soft body physics. It's just BeamNG still, but this game had modding capability. You could edit the maps. Like, loads of mods were released in the first week alone, and there was so much interest in this game, and they definitely made enough money, obviously, to continue development. But this version of BeamNG 0.3 is pretty difficult to handle, so I'm going to show you now how you can experience 2013 BeamNG without the headaches. Okay, now we're in BeamNG 0.29, the current latest version of BeamNG, and here are a couple of mods that will help you to experience the 2013 version of BeamNG without all those headaches we were experiencing. So, we've got the revisited 2013 maps. This is a mod by Noah Marcel H. It includes several of the game maps from the Alpha 0.3. Also, we've got this, the 0.3 vehicle and props pack by a plane guy. It comes with the Covet, the D series, the Gavril, Grand Marshal, the Trevetta Bolide, and the H series, which is great. And you can just access them from the spawn menu. So which one should we go for? I think we should go for Small Island 2013. Whoa, okay, we're in. And actually, it does look pretty good. I can see a couple of missing meshes over here, but that's okay. It's really not that bad, and we can probably explore it a little bit better in this original version of the D series, because I've got steering wheel support, no force feedback for some reason, steering wheel support and truck IR support, so I can look around, which is great. The old version just, for some reason, did not support any of my controllers or truck IR. Kind of weird not having force feedback. I'm guessing the force feedback is tied to each individual vehicle. Anyway, it does drive a little bit better in its modern version of BeamNG. The suspension still feels quite similar. Brake, brake, brake. Oh my goodness. We can also teleport around, so let's go right up the top here. Can we get up the top? No, you can't. I think the closest you can get is about here. Whoa, there we go, F7. Yes, it does actually work. Great. There's like a weird ambient noise in this map of like this rushing air. Can you hear that? It's like, I mean, there are a lot of trees in here, but it shouldn't sound quite that loud, should it? And then look at this. Isn't this cool? They even ported over the menu map, which is like a hidden map, I guess, to the mod. So let's drive around the H series as we say goodbye to BeamNG 0.3, released 10 years ago today. I really did enjoy looking at what BeamNG was like in August 2013. Obviously, it's very rudimentary. There are a lot of missing features. There are a lot of glitches and bugs. But this menu map, I mean, it'd be really cool if you spawned into like a 3D environment in like the main menu of BeamNG. I think that's quite a cool feature that I do miss from the old versions of BeamNG. Well, if you've got anything to reminisce about or something you'd like to mention about your experiences with these old versions of BeamNG, please let me know in the comments. I'd love to hear what you think about BeamNG like back then and now. Whoa, oh my goodness, the drive shaft's broken. Well, thank you so much for watching. If you'd like to see some more BeamNG, why not click the video on screen right now? I think you'll really enjoy it. Thank you so much for watching. That was great looking back at BeamNG, and I'll see you soon for some more simulator adventures.